Ezekiel's 25, 20 years. Ezekiel 4, 4 through 6. Lie thou also upon thy left side, and lay the iniquity of the house of Israel upon it. According to the number of the days that thou shalt lie upon it, thou shalt bear their iniquity. For I have laid upon thee the years of their iniquity, according to the number of the days, 390 days. So shalt thou bear the iniquity of the house of Israel. And when thou hast accomplished them, lie again on thy right side, and thou shalt bear the iniquity of the house of Judah 40 days. I have appointed thee each day for a year. God told Ezekiel about two periods of judgment, 390 and 40 years, for a total of 430 years. God says specifically that each day was to represent a year. We know from history that they were in captivity in Babylon for 70 years. So we can subtract 70 years from the 430 years, and we get 360. There are a couple of interesting twists to this whole thing. First, the years in the Bible were calculated using a 360-day calendar. Second, there is a warning that God gave to Israel back in the book of Leviticus that is relevant here. Leviticus 26:18. And if you will not yet for all this hearken unto me, then I will punish you 7 times more for your sins. The first 70 years punishment in captivity for not obeying God was their first chance, and even after that, they did not keep their covenant with God. So because of this warning, God took the remaining 360 years and multiplied it by 7. That makes a total of 2,520 years. So we have the 2,520 figure now, but we need to convert it to our current solar calendar to bring it up to date. In attempting to reconcile the 2,520 of 360-day years to our Roman calendar, one is faced with the discrepancies between the sidereal year and the solar year. In 1572, it was recognized that errors had accumulated to 11 days too many, and adjustments were required. In the Gregorian reform, September 4th was declared September 14th, and the formula for leap years was changed to exclude centuries unless divisible by 4. So if we take 2,520 years and multiply it by 360 days, we get 907,200 days. We now just need a starting date. So since we are talking about the reformation of Israel as a modern nation, we need to understand when they ceased being an independent nation in history. That leads us to the year 607 BC and Nebuchadnezzar's first siege, which began the 70 years of captivity. Jerusalem was left intact with a vassal king installed. The end of the 70 years of captivity was in the summer of 537 BC. Now we have to make the 907,200 days work on the Gregorian calendar to bring it up to date. When we do that, and taking into account the Gregorian reform, we come up with 2,483 years, 9 months, and 21 days on our current solar calendar. Now because we already accounted for the 70 years of captivity and applying the Gregorian count, we come to May 14, 1948. This is the day that modern Israel was reborn due to an edict from the United Nations. However, this did not include all of Jerusalem. What are the odds? Let's go a little further. The vassal king installed by Nebuchadnezzar led a rebellion in 588 BC, which led to Nebuchadnezzar's last siege, this time on Jerusalem. This began a period known as the Desolations of Jerusalem, which lasted until 518 BC. In the book of Nehemiah, we get the story of the rebuilding of Jerusalem, including the walls. Nehemiah was an officer in Artaxerxes, king of Persia's court, and received the order from the king himself to rebuild the city and the walls of Jerusalem. It is recorded in history that the completion of the rebuilt walls of Jerusalem happened on August 16, 518 BC. I wonder if we apply the same set of numbers to this date if we come up with a specific date of significance. Indeed, we come to June 7, 1967. The miraculous Six-Day War was fought between June 5 to 10th, and what happened on the 7th, you ask? Well, after 2 days of heavy fighting, at 10:08 a.m. on June 7th, Israeli troops charged up the Temple Mount and radioed headquarters stating, "The Temple Mount is in our hands, and our forces are by the wall." So, either this is an amazing string of coincidences, or someone orchestrated these events. Take into consideration converting calendars used, 3 different sieges, Babylon being conquered by Media Persia, Decree of the King. The Gregorian reform to the calendar. The edict by the United Nations. The War of Independence immediately after edict went into effect. The Six-Day War, and the Jordanian forces retreating in the early morning hours of the very day that was prophesied.